Thank you for watching Language Fluent. You are learning Japanese with me, Pooja. So our topic for today is going to be colors in Japanese. Let's start with what you call a color in Japanese. It's going to be iro. So a color is called iro in Japanese, and we will be learning all colors today with a blend of the Japanese culture. So it's going to be colors with a blend of their culture. Let's get started. The first one, we will start with the flag of Japan. If you had noticed, the flag of Japan has a white color in the background and you have a red circle in the middle. Japan, incidentally, is the land of rising sun, and this red circle in the middle is said to symbolize the sun. Let us learn the colors for white and red. So red is called aka, aka in Japanese. And in case you want to use it as an adjective, when you want to describe an object that's red in color, then you say akai. Akai means reddish or red in the sense of an adjective. The next one, which is the white color in the Japanese flag, is called shiro. Shiro means white, and shiroi is when you use the color in the form of an adjective. So you say shiroi and akai in the form of an adjective, and in isolation they are called shiro and aka. Shiro is white and aka is red. Before that, what do we call a flag in Japanese? Incidentally, it's called kokki. So the national flag of any country, when you want to refer to it in Japanese language, then you say kokki. So if it's going to be Japan's flag, then it's going to be Nihon no kokki. Okay, so it's going to be Nihon no kokki, which is Japan's flag. Now we'll move to the next one, which is black. Black is the color which the samurais used to wear in the past, like many years back. They used to wear robes which are black in color, and black was said to symbolize a sense of bravery or to be valiant. So that was what was represented through black, and you call it kuro. Kuro means black, and again the adjectival form of it is going to be kuroi. Kuroi means black in the form of an adjective. When you want to describe that something is black, you say kuroi, and in isolation you call it kuro. Now the next one is brown. Brown, if you had seen the Shinto shrines in Japan, they have a majority of brown in them. There is also this blend of red, but majority of it will be in the brown color. So what is it for brown? It's going to be chairo. Chairo means brown, and something that's brown in color, if you want to use it as an adjective again, you say chairoi. So it's going to be akai, shiroi, kuroi and chairo. So chairoi means something that's brownish. The next one is kiiro, which is yellow. There is a particular festival which is celebrated in the middle of September in Japan, which is called tsukimi. Tsukimi literally translates to watching the moon or moon watching. So this season falls typically in the middle of autumn, and there are several festivals that are celebrated in Japan in the middle of autumn, and this tsukimi is said to have been taken from the festivals that are celebrated in China. And if you see the celebration or the celebration pattern, there will be a lot of yellow that you can spot in all those activities. They have balloons of yellow color, and their celebration mostly has this tinge of yellow because it is a festival that is celebrated in the middle of autumn, and autumn is like the falling season, right? So they use more of yellow in that. So let's learn what yellow is. It is kiro, and when you want to use it as an adjective, you say kiroi. Kiroi means yellow. And if you notice, there are certain amusing phrases that I came across in Japanese that are associated with this color yellow. So what do you call? There is one phrase which is called the yellow beak. They say kuchibashi ga kiroi, which means you have a yellow beak. So what does it mean? What does it mean? It means that you are inexperienced, right? When you want to say that someone is inexperienced, then you say kuchibashi ga kiroi, which means you have a yellow beak. And the other phrase is they use this yellow to say to have a yellow voice. What do you mean by having a yellow voice? When you want to say that your voice is shrill, the voice of a child or the voice of a woman is going to be shrill, right? So they call it kiroi koe. So kiroi koe means means they have a yellow voice, which actually means that their voice is shrill. So let's now move on to the other colors, which are like the secondary colors that are there in Japan. We are also going to see few interesting facts that are going to be associated with the colors. So let's proceed. Moving on to pink. So we say momoiro. Momoiro for pink in Japanese. And if you see this cherry blossom or sakura, which is there in Japanese, which blooms in a particular season, and you can see lots of varieties of colors of the sakura flower, but majority of it is actually pink. So if you look at the sakura flower, the first color that comes to your mind would be pink or pale pink. So pink in Japanese is called momoiro. Momoiro. The next one is purple. There is one speciality about this color. If you see in the ancient times, the Japanese considered this color to be used only by the royal people or people of a higher social stature. There were actually colors which were prohibited for the normal people, and those colors were to be used only by the princely clan or the royal people, who were the kings and the queens of those times. Only they were allowed to wear dresses of the princely colors, and these were prohibited for the normal people. So there was a clear bifurcation, and this purple was one such color which fell under the first category, which is the colors which are specifically allocated for the royal clan. So this is called murasaki. Murasaki. And if you want to say something is purple in color, then you say murasaki no that thing. So if you want to say a purple umbrella, you say murasaki no kasa. Kasa in Japanese means umbrella. And when you want to add this purple adjective to it, then you use murasaki and then you add the particle no, and then you say the word which is kasa, which in this case is umbrella. The next one is midori. Now if you see these two colors, midori and ao, which is called aoi in its adjectival form, midori is used in the sense midori no. So you say midori no kasa. If it's going to be a green umbrella, you use no again. If you look at these two colors, they have some relationship, because in the ancient times, there was no differentiation between green and blue as far as the Japanese were concerned. They just used this one word aoi for both green and blue. And even in the modern times, if you see the traffic signal in few places in Japan, you will see that they have the blue, red and yellow. So they don't have this green color for start, instead they have the blue color, because they don't actually differentiate between green and blue. However, in the modern times, they have just taken this from the Western culture, and they have a word which specifically signifies green, and there is another word for blue. But in the ancient times, both of them were considered to be the same color, and they were called aoi, which fell under the common bracket of blue. Let's get to know the names once again. I will just repeat them. For green, it is going to be midori. And if you want to say something is green in color, you will say midori no, that. And for blue, it's going to be ao in isolation. And when you want to say something is blue in color, you will say aoi. So I hope this session or this video had both the blend of the Japanese culture, and we also got to learn the colors. So hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for today.